What if England had faced one more queen and one more war? The year is 1603. The Virgin Queen lies still tonight. Elizabeth's golden age flickers out beneath storm-colored skies of doubt. The crown waits, cold and heavy, upon an empty throne. England stands uncertain, divided by faith, ambition, and fading hope's last breath. The fire of Tudor glory has dimmed, but the ashes whisper still. Some pray for peace beneath a king, others for redemption beneath a queen, and somewhere, unseen, destiny breathes upon a sleeping realm once more. She was born of noble blood, hidden by danger and design. Raised among whispers, trained in silence, she watched her nation's pain. She had learned that mercy without strength is quickly devoured by power. While Elizabeth ruled through fear and brilliance, this woman studied endurance. She dreamed not of conquest, but of healing a fractured kingdom. Yet in London's court, ambition was poison served in golden cups. Men smiled as they plotted, bowing with daggers behind their backs. No woman rose unchallenged where pride was worshipped more than peace. The council gathered as the old queen's heartbeat faded to stillness. Candles burned low and parchment trembled with the weight of history. Who would rise now, Scotland's James, or a daughter of England's own blood? Some whispered Arabella, proud and brilliant, cousin to the fallen queen. Her eyes carried storms, her voice spoke of unity through grace. But others feared another woman's reign would awaken ghosts of rebellion. Mary's shadow still lingered, her execution a wound England never healed. Could the nation bear another crown worn by delicate hands? Elizabeth's death unleashed more than mourning. It unbound centuries of suspicion. Messengers rode through fog-drenched fields, carrying promises and betrayal alike. James of Scotland claimed the throne before the sun had fully risen. Gold crossed palms. Oaths were sworn. The council knelt beneath convenience. Yet not all hearts yielded. Some refused to bow before a stranger. In taverns and cathedrals alike, the people argued destiny aloud. They remembered the woman who ruled with fire, not fear of men, and whispered, "Why not another? Why must peace wear only a beard?" From those whispers, a storm began. First rumor, then rebellion's spark. Loyalists of the old queen and dreamers of the new united. They called her the Dawn Queen, a symbol of light after shadow. Letters crossed borders, alliances formed beneath candlelit vows of faith. They spoke of ending tyranny, of restoring the soul of England. But the king's spies moved quickly, spinning webs through every corridor. Treason's scent spread thick through Parliament, through chapel, through the streets, and every echo of hope became a target marked for silence. Winter fell, and with it came the first crimson frost of war. Villages burned beneath banners proclaiming loyalty to crown or cause. Brothers turned against brothers, each certain God stood at his shoulder. The Thames carried ashes of churches, black and unrepentant, to the sea. And from the chaos rose the queen herself, armored, resolute, unbroken. She rode among her soldiers, her breath visible in frozen air. Her words were soft, yet every heart beat louder for hearing them. We fight not to rule, but to remind England of its soul. The king called her heretic, rebel, temptress, breaker of divine order. He promised forgiveness for any who delivered her bound and silent. But loyalty, once earned by love, outlasts the reach of fear. The Queen's army marched on London, drums thundering beneath storm-lit skies. Citizens watched from windows, torn between awe and trembling disbelief. A woman leading men, unthinkable, impossible, yet utterly undeniable to behold. As cannon fire split the night, the city itself seemed to decide. For a heartbeat, all England held its breath between two fates. Battle followed battle, year upon year of sorrow and resolve. Every victory bled her forces thinner, every loss deepened her legend. They said angels walked beside her through smoke and shattered stone. They said even death hesitated to approach her steadfast gaze. At Windsor, the final stand began, snow falling like torn parchment. The king's army surrounded her, 20,000 steel hearts in formation. She refused to flee. The crown of silver thorns stayed upon her brow, and her voice rose clear across the valley of the doomed. I was born an Englishwoman. I will die one without regret, not for throne or gold, but for the breath of a free land. If they call me traitor, let them remember what I fought for. For faith without compassion is tyranny, and power without mercy is dust. Her soldiers knelt. Even her enemies lowered their swords in silence. Then the storm broke, and history drowned beneath its own weight. By nightfall, Windsor burned, the queen taken, her banners torn and blackened. But no victory song could silence what her courage had awakened. The king erased her name from scrolls, portraits, and the people's tongue. He decreed her story forbidden, her followers buried without prayer. Yet memory, once kindled, cannot be chained by royal decree. In secret corners of London, poets carved her legend into verse. Fishermen whispered her blessings before sailing into treacherous dawn. Children traced her symbol, a white rose circled by silver thorns. And deep beneath the river's edge, a hidden tomb held her crown. Time itself guarded what tyranny sought to forget forever. Had she won, England might have walked a gentler, wiser path. Perhaps faith would have healed instead of hardened into division's stone. Perhaps daughters would have inherited strength unshadowed by fear's disguise. But fate chose crowns of iron instead of hearts of mercy. Kings rose and fell. Kingdoms shifted like sand before storm tides. Yet every generation bore another woman with the same defiant fire. Anne, Victoria, Elizabeth, echoes of the queen who might have been. Each faced the same question: can power and grace survive together? Could England have survived another queen? Yes, but changed beyond recognition's mirror. For when a woman rules, she forces truth to reveal its cost. Elizabeth taught England grandeur. The lost queen would have taught remembrance. Her fall became seed for futures she would never see bloom. Because courage never dies. It hides in hearts waiting to awaken. And every daughter who dares to lead hears her whisper still. The crown is not gold nor birthright, it is the will to stand. That will endures, echoing through ages that pretend to have forgotten. So what if England had faced one more queen and one more war? Perhaps she would have fallen. Perhaps the island would have burned away. But perhaps in ruin, something greater would have finally been born. A kingdom that understood power not as dominance, but as duty shared. A land that remembered the fire of a woman unafraid to dream. Her name erased, her story forbidden, yet her spirit remains unbroken still. For every age meets its dawn through the courage of one voice, and the world forever asks, what if she had been crowned?